we see the various contributions performed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism towards humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established the Sri Kailasa nation, which is the only enlightenment ecosystem civilizational nation on planet Earth, which is not only protecting Hinduism from the persecution that it has been going through for the last thousands of years, but also bringing all the sacred sciences of Hinduism publicly, making them available to the world, to each and every one of us, so that we can experience the various and tremendous benefits that we can have from authentic Hinduism. So without any further delay, let's go into the first year of today's segment. So entering now into the year 2004, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the Anandas Purana Convention in Oklahoma in the USA. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded on the three layers of energy that every human being has by birth. The first layer being the day-to-day activities. The second layer is the emergency layer, and the third layer is the spiritual layer. All these three are connected. The way to reach the third layer is there only in the throat chakra, the throat center. When somebody works on this, he or she will be able to reach the third layer of energy. So let us listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on this sacred truth of how to access the third layer of energy through the Vishuddhi chakra, the throat chakra. Let us have a listen.
Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. We'll start with a small story. This session is from Zen Buddhism. A Jewish rabbi and a Christian priest, both were staying opposite to each other. Not only they stay opposite to each other, they are opposite to each other. There used to be a continuous cold war between those two. If a rabbi brings new rose garden to his house, you can be sure in 24 hours the same type of rose garden will be there in the priest's house also. If a priest paints his house by white in 24 hours, rabbi's house also will be white. The priest brings new TV, rabbi will have new TV. The rabbi brings new car, priest will have new car. One day, somehow rabbi managed to get a new Mercedes Benz. In front of his house, a new Mercedes Benz was standing. It is too much for the priest. Somehow, he put all his effort and brought a new Rolls Royce. Not only he brought a new Rolls Royce, early morning he was seen sprinkling holy water on the Rolls Royce. Rabbi came out and saw the whole scene and shouted, Hey, you have got a new Rolls Royce, that's perfectly alright. But why are you sprinkling water on it? Till yesterday night you were alright. What happened to you now? Priest said, no, I am a religious man. How can I travel a car which is not Christian? So I am baptizing the car. I am just baptizing the car. Now Rabbi is in trouble. How to make Mercedes as a Jew? That day evening, Rabbi was seen cutting the exhaust pipe of the Mercedes Benz by AXA frame. If you understood, understand. If you have not, ask your next person. If you have not understood, ask the next person. So all these three could not understand. That is nice. She is trying to help you. When you compare and work, if you move through jealousy, you will end up only this type of foolishness. The energy center which we are going to work is Vishuddhi, throat chakra, throat center. It gets locked by jealousy and comparison. How many of you understood? Let you raise the hands. How many of you not understood? We will see. A very few percentage. Okay. Doctor could not understand. Oh. All of you are seeing the paper, throat chakra, throat center. It gets locked by jealousy and comparison. Here, throat center, the chakra is there. The name of the chakra is Vishuddhi. Shuddhi means purity. Ashuddhi means impurity. Vishuddhi means beyond purity and impurity. Vishuddhi means beyond purity and impurity. This energy center is always alive and active. Only thing you have to use it. Now, as on now, it gets locked because of comparison and jealousy. If you compare with others and work, this chakra gets locked by the jealousy and comparison. When you understand your uniqueness and your immeasurable energy, this chakra gets opened. This is the chakra directly can be used in your life. This energy can be directly used in your day-to-day practical life. Let me explain the three layers of energy. Yesterday night I was telling you. We are habituated to attend a lot of intellectual classes. So we do not know what is spiritual process. It is not that something you learn from me. It is more, alchemy is allowed to happen in you. Step by step, alchemy is allowed to happen in you. If you see the meditations, step by step, you will be going deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. That is the reason the course is designed in such a way you will not have a food at a so-called regular time. The time will be different. Sleep time will be different. Everything is everything is shifted. In India, we don't even allow them to move out of the campus. They have to stay only in that area. Because once they go out, the mind starts thinking in a regular pattern. The continuity gets disturbed. I could see many, to bring you back to this atmosphere, energy again, take a lot of time. In India, morning 6:30, so they start next session. Today morning 6:30 I start. And it's like a 36 hours program. I tell you, when you really go through the whole thing, you will never feel tired. Ask the people who danced yesterday, are you feeling tired? You will never see tiredness. Because tiredness is something to do with your mind. It is not at all an existence. There is no such thing as tiredness exists. It is just your mind. You can ask your body to rest, that's perfectly alright. But there is an idea mentally, tiredness. It never exists. It does not exist. When you understand this throat center and the three layers, you will be able to understand. See, meditation has become today buyer's market. In earlier, all this great science was seller's market. The master will choose. Now for the modern men, unfortunately, it's a buyer's market. Sit on the website, you will get 120 choices or 200 choices. That is the reason you couldn't spend at least 2 days. In India, if somebody asks for exemption, just exemption, no, Swamiji, can I go and come back to PR? They said, no, you cannot be, please don't come. That's our only one word, please don't come. Because even if you want to enroll for ASP, you can enroll only through a healer. You cannot directly have a registration. Because it's more to do with the energy work. I say it's an alchemy process. We both of us together, we work on your energy centers. It's like a commitment. If you want to go, who is going to miss? I am not going to miss. All my energy centers are open. Yes.
Swamiji, I'm feeling very sick today. Heat, nausea. And I'm wondering, will finishing the chakras help me, or should I go back?
Yes, no, continue. I will give you. If somebody feels sick, they can come after the session. They can raise the hand. Now, as he said, you can tell me, I am here. Verily it can be healed. Don't worry about it. For that reason, you don't have to move out. And moreover, when the energy centers are cleansed, sometimes naturally things go out, erupt out. Perfectly alright. You can let the process happen. And you will always see it only ends in good. It only ends in good. And in India, there's one more problem. Even if they stay here, they will not run around or they will not involve themselves in the programs. Like Mughal kings, they will be just sitting and watching, others dancing. Have you seen the pictures of the Mughal kings? They won't dance, but just sit and watch. I always tell them, Mughal kings are all going to have body pain tomorrow morning. People who involve, they never have any problem. You have 3 layers of energy. I will tell you a small incident from George Gurdjieff's life. One of the great enlightened man who lived in the West. a rare flower.
What did you say, Swami?
Ja-
The last name of the man?
George Gurdjieff.
Oh. Future.
Gurdjieff. One of the rare flowers happened to the West. A revolutionary master. Whenever somebody goes to him for a meditation, he will tell them, dig a big pit for 10 by 10 by 10. 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet. If you make a pit for 1 feet, 1 feet, 1 feet, then you will understand what it is. You will tell them to make a pit. They will ask, what 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet pit has got to do with meditation? Only for samadhi you need to build that. Only for burying somebody you need to make that pit. Why are you asking us to make a pit? What meditation has to do with it? He says, no question. Do it. If you want to do, or get out. Anyhow, person who wants meditation naturally will try. Once he finishes the pit, that is another, then only he will start his main drama. He will tell, no, you have done in a wrong place. Close it, I am doing this other place. And important condition is no food, no water, no sleep. By the time they finish the first pit itself, they won't come out. If they come out at all, he will tell, please do the second also. Anyhow, if the person is really interested, he will go for the second. After finishing the second, you will be surprised. He used to tell, no, I think according to Vastu, that is not right. Just now I discovered, please do it in the back side. But the disciples are writing the reminiscence. They say, once he trusts his words and go for the third pit, to dig the third pit, the third pit will be over in 1 hour. Just in 1 hour. First will take some 6-7 hours. Second will take 3-4 hours. Third, only 1 hour. I am surprised how it is possible. Gurdjieff gives an explanation. Every one of us have got 3 layers of energy. First layer is the layer of energy which you use for everyday activity. Morning 6 o'clock you get up, by the time evening 6 you are tired, exhausted, you want to go for resting, you don't want to do anything more. That's the first layer of energy. There is a third layer energy. This you need to understand very deeply. Once you understand this, we are ocean of energy. The third layer of energy only is called spiritual energy or the inexhaustible energy. We are ocean actually, but for the sake of utility, easy handling, we built a small harbour. Have you seen boat jetties? Where they make the boats to stand, they build a wall so that the water will be very stable. It will not have too much of big waves. Boats can be stable. Boats can be stationed. For the sake of utility, they built a boat jetty. Just like that, for the sake of utility, we also built a small boat jetty in our mind. This much is my everyday energy. by listening from others, or by feeling your own way. You somehow make a boundary. This much is only your energy. For a long time, you never used the ocean. You always used only the boat jetty. Then you forget you belong to ocean. Ocean belongs to you. You think that boat jetty is only your limit. Boat jetty is only your boundary. But originally, boat jetty and ocean are totally connected. Always connected. Not that sometimes it is connected, sometimes it is open. No. Both are one and the same. Both are completely connected. But for utility's sake, they have made a boat jetty. Same way, you are ocean of energy. But for utility's sake, you have made a small boat jetty. For a long time, you have not used your third layer of energy. You have not touched the third layer of energy. You have not understood the other layers of energy. You used only the first layer. That is why you think yourself as a human being. You think yourself, you have only this much of energy, as a limited source of energy. Because you are not used to the ocean, you start thinking yourself as a boat jetty. When you start working, when you start expanding your boundary, when you feel the whole ocean belongs to you, the third layer of energy opens. The whole program is designed to open all the three layers of energy. By the time you do the meditations from morning till night, the four main meditations, the first layer energy will be exhausted. By the time you attend the night celebration, the second layer energy will be open. That is why after the celebration, when you go out of the hall, you feel so regenerated. After the death meditation when you entered, all of you are tired. Everyone is thinking, when this program will go over? I thought meditation means it will make us to sit and 10 minutes you can meditate and 10 minutes you can doze. Now when people come, they come only with that idea. Meditation, 10 minutes you can sleep and 10 minutes you can do. But here in the name of meditation, he made us shout, scream, jump, dance. When you enter for the last session, you are totally tired, exhausted. But when you went out, I think none of you would have slept as soon as you have come. You must have had enough of energy and you would not have had sleep. Second layer of energy opens when you attend the night program, and especially at least till 1 o'clock you should not sleep. Only then the second layer will open. That's why the program is designed such a way. And now again you are going to do all the meditations. Imagine, I think if you look back, you cannot believe that you did so much. More than 14 hours, you are sitting and listening to one person, doing all sorts of things, from jumping to, screaming to, breathing to, everything. And again, 2-3 hours of play, running around and dancing. Again today morning, it's not that today you are going to rest. Now only it has started. The next meditations. By the time you reach the evening energy darshan, the last program, the third layer energy will open. You will have the inexhaustible bliss. That is why in energy darshan, everybody, this is the 52nd ASP in last 1 year. Only 1 year ago he started conducting the ASP programs. It's the 52nd program. Everyone touches the third layer of energy. Everyone. Because the whole thing is designed in such a way by the time you reach the third layer is the bliss, third layer is the healing, third layer is the ananda, third layer is the God energy, divine energy. To touch the third layer, you have to dig out. First layer, second layer, it's like a process. You have to dig the things out. That is the reason you are requested not to move. If you don't move, if you move, who is going to lose? It's not that we are going to lose anything. No. If the crowd is less, actually we will have more attention, that is true. People who have gone out last night, at least do these meditations totally. Only then you will be able to have the result of it by the time we go to the energy darshan evening. So, if others are putting 100% effort, you put 120%. Only then you will be able to compensate which you missed last night. You have the ocean of energy behind you, and all these three layers are connected. The passage to these three layers exists only through Vishuddhi, only through throat center. Passage to all these three layers of energy happens only through this Vishuddhi. The first layer is day-to-day activities. Second layer is emergency layer. Third layer is spiritual layer. All these three are connected. All these three. The way to reach the third layer is there only in the throat chakra, throat center. When you work on this, you will be able to reach the third layer of energy. Now we will work on a small meditation technique, but a beautiful meditation technique from Zen Buddhism to work on the throat chakra. You don't have to sit out, you don't have to sit down, you are going to actually run. Let me explain the meditation technique. You know how to run with others. You know the rat race. One more thing you mark, this I always tell you. The greatest problem in the rat race is, even if you win, you are a rat. Even if you win, you are a rat. So you know how to run in the rat race. Running with everybody. Running. Now you are going to run with yourself, not with others. Let me explain the technique. You are going to jog in the same place standing, but you will improve the speed step by step. You cannot reduce the speed. After 5 minutes, no, I am feeling tired, let me rest. No. Just listen and put your trust on my words. If you find really whatever you heard from yesterday, if it has benefited you, if you have 1% of the trust on my words, put your effort, then you will understand. After 5 minutes, mind will always tell, no, I have knee pain, I had back surgery, I cannot do. This Swami is telling all sorts of things. Your mind will try its best. No, I think I can sit. Next meditation I will do. It is too much, too hard for me. Yesterday itself I am totally exhausted. Please don't believe your mind. As I told you, the boat jetty which you created is nothing but your mind. The wall of the boat jetty is your mind. Only when you break that wall, you can expand your boundary. Only when you say no to your mind, you can expand your boundary. Tell solid no to your mind. Simple no in next 30 minutes. No, 20 minutes. 20 minutes only you are going to run. Next 20 minutes, even if I faint, I am not going to bother. I will do this meditation. Surely you will not die. There is no record that somebody died in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes of jogging, nobody died on this planet Earth. So you can be sure you will not die. At the most, your mind may say you will faint. But in this 52 ASP, thousands of people have attended, not even one has fainted. I know for sure. So, don't believe your mind telling, oh, I may faint. Even if you faint, your volunteers are there, don't worry. We will just sprinkle water and make you again run. Again you will be made to do the meditation. Yes, then what? You think you are going to do only 20 minutes? Only I know. Understand very clearly. Increase the speed step by step, step by step, step by step. Your mind will tell, no, no, only this much of speed I can run, I cannot go any more further. Simply don't believe your mind. Because your mind has nothing but just prison or a boundary or an empty wall which separates you from the ocean. Simply have a red letter no card. Mentally, red letter, capital letter no. Whenever your mind says no, I cannot run, I cannot do all these things, I am tired, just show that card to your mind. Look here. Simply don't believe. You see, you can believe only two of one things. Your mind and the master. There is only two things in the world. One is your mind, another one is the master. You believe your mind all these years, all these days, what your mind gave. What your mind gave to you? Only sufferings and miseries. At least, why don't you try believing the master just for 20 minutes? 21st minute you don't have to believe, you start believing your mind. Just 20 minutes. Believe me instead of believing your mind. Then you will see how potential you are and how much of energy exists in you. Even the persons whose age is 82, 87, they all did this meditation. Is there anybody above 87? No. Then all of you can do. I know for sure. No problem. Understand the instruction. You are going to jog in the same place where you stand. Don't run away. Run there. First thing. Second thing, throughout the meditation, you should concentrate on the throat. Because whenever you are tired, from Vishuddhi only you will be receiving the energy. Energy will be just flooded throughout your body through Vishuddhi. And not only running, concentrating, remembering the throat is also important. I will train you. Before entering the meditation, you will be trained. You will be made to stand. Slowly you will be asked to move the hands with the memory of throat. Remembering this portion, you will be asked to move your hands, you will be asked to move your legs, then only you will be made to run. Throughout the half an hour, 20 minutes, you will concentrate on the throat center. And once this meditation is over, 20 minutes, when I say please sit wherever you are, and again concentrate on the throat center. First thing, you will run wherever you are standing. Next thing, you can never reduce the speed, you can only increase. Third thing, concentrate on the throat continuously.
Yes, we are now moving on to the 28th of February 2009. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted and organized the fourth day of the Nithyananda Purana Convention held in Salem, Tamil Nadu, India. The convention received thousands of delegates, so much so that the convention hall was overflowing. Thousands of people had gathered in order to receive the darshan of the Nija Avatara of Paramashiva. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also personally served food to all the delegates, giving them thus the opportunity to receive the sanctified prasada straight from his hands. So here we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Nithyananda Purana program, the NSP program, where we learn about the 7 bodies and how we can come over the fear of death itself. And also we can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself doing the Annadan, the serving the food to the thousands of people who have come to the convention. And before we move on to the next year, let us now take a short break and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Just be alive for next 3 years. Don't die within next 3 years. I guarantee you, I will reach you wherever you are. Be alive, somehow be alive for next 3 years. I will reach you wherever you are, whichever corner of the world you may be. I will reach you with enlightenment. It's my commitment to humanity. I'm going to empower, enlighten each and every one of you with the fuel and energy of the parallel universe. I'll infuse this intense supernal effulgence DNA, Tejas, Ojas, Kundalini Shakti into your spine to consciously lift you to Kailasa. It is irreversible permanent enlightenment, irreversible power manifestation, irreversible permanent empowerment. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside.
Entering now into the year 2011, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, described a very unique sutra, the science of Samudrika Lakshana. It stems from the concept that our body is the shell of our consciousness, which is consciously and willfully developed and designed by our will. This truth forms the basis of Indian medicinal system, Siddha and Ayurveda, and the whole Samudrika Lakshana. By studying the physical setup, the revelation of the mental setup is revealed. This theory forms the basis of yoga. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that the yoga masters have done amazing research on how every thought works on our system. Altering the mind by altering the body's dimension is yoga. Altering the structure of the body by understanding the mind is Samudrika Lakshana. If we alter our body, major samskaras of our systems can be uprooted. Our body is a shell consciously created by your will. So let us now listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on this very important truth of how the body is a reflection of the mind and how by altering the body we can change the mind. Let's listen.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, satsangis sitting with us around the world at this moment in 627 places, in 194 cities, in 24 countries. And we have many cities two-way with us: Los Angeles, Seattle, Ohio, Vancouver, San Jose, and today first time Topanga, California. And Phoenix is also with us. Topanga, are you able to hear me? Yes, I'm able to see you guys. All these cities are in two-way with us. Before entering into satsang, I remind all of you to get back to Padmasana. San Jose, are you able to hear me? Yes. So they've got a new golden Padaka today. And I blessed Vibhuti will start coming from that Paduka regularly. I name San Jose temple as Paschim Mathura. It will be representative of Madurai. And Shiva came down as a Ellam Valla Sittar, a great Siddha in Madurai, and did all Leelas. So the San Jose center will have continuous miracles and Leelas. So each temple we will specially dedicate for special energies. San Jose for Meenakshi and Madurai and Ellam Valla Siddhar. So Shiva will be there continuously walking around as Ellam Valla Siddhar, not just giving Vibhuti. It will continuously experience different miracles. Suddenly the music system will start singing by itself. Suddenly the anklets of Devi will be heard in the night time walking. You will see all kinds of miraculous experiences in San Jose temple. You will see the footprint of Devi today. Understand? You will see the footprint of Devi in the carpet. Just see the footprint. It will be of that Indian Mehendi. You will see. Don't disturb. Thoroughly study, photograph. Near the Devi's Murti, on the carpets, on the floor, you will see footprints today. Within next 48 hours. Study it. It will be an Indian Mehendi feet. You will see. San Jose is going to radiate special miracles, manifest special energies. And Seattle will be Chidambaram. The Seattle temple will be called as Paschima Chidambaram. Understand? In Seattle you will hear again and again the dancing anklet sounds of Shiva. LA will be Arunachala, Paschima Arunachala. Ohio will be Paschima Prayag, Western Prayag. If you take bath in Ohio, the rivers, you will be liberated. If you have darshan of Seattle, you will be liberated. If you meditate in San Jose temple, you will be liberated. If you just remember Los Angeles temple, you will be liberated. So each temple will represent unique energies of India, unique energies of the different energy centers. The phoenix will represent Kanchipuram. It will be Paschima Kanchipuram. Paschima Kanchi. So we will install each temple in a unique way, unique energy. The St. Louis will be Paschima Tirumala. It will represent the Venkateshwara's energy. Tirupati. So each temple in US, in other countries, will represent one energy. Malaysia will represent Parani. So each temple will have the significant, intense energy of one great energy center of India. And not only that, you will see that kind of special energies will express in those temples. Let's enter into today's satsang, today's sutras. I've already completed on past life regression. So whatever I wanted to share, I thought I'll speak for 3 days on the sutra on the past life. But I think in 2 days, I completed whatever I wanted to say. Now I'll enter into the next sutra. 125th Sutra of Patanjali. In the 3rd chapter, 19th verse. The subject, photographing minds. Today Patanjali is explaining a very unique sutra. The science of Samudrika Lakshana. Indian tradition has developed some of the great unique sciences. One of the unique science came out of the inner space of Indian rishis is Samudrika Lakshana. Like a Vastu Sastra, Jyotisha Sastra, Samudrika Lakshana is one of the great science from the Indian tradition, from the Indian masters. The root of that science is from the sutra. Pratyayasya para chitta jnanam. Wow. Pratyayasya para chitta jnanam. Through the practice of samyama on the science in another's body, knowledge of his mind comes. Through the practice of samyama on the science in another's body, knowledge of his mind comes. Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as this. Swami Prabhavananda translates as, by making samyama on the distinguishing marks of another man's body, one obtains knowledge of nature of his mind. Swami Sachidananda translates as, by samyama on the distinguishing signs of others' bodies, knowledge of their mental image is obtained. Bhagavan Osho translates as, through samyama, the image occupying another's mind can be known, but perception through samyama does not bring knowledge of the mental factors that support the image in another's mind, for that is not the object of samyama. By performing samyama on the form of the body to suspend receptive power, the contact between the eye of an observer and the light from the body is broken and the body becomes invisible. This principle also explains the disappearance of sound. Wow. Osho translates some of the next sutras also, along with this sutra, he connects. That's the uniqueness of our knowledge. If you connect 2-3 sutras together, you can completely give a different meaning, a different explanation, different understanding. Samudriga Lakshana. The way Vedic tradition looks at the body and mind plays an important role on how we eat, how we dress, how we medicate our body, how we maintain how we sleep. Everything is thoroughly influenced by one concept. That concept is your body is the shell of your consciousness, which is consciously defined, designed and developed by your will. Please understand. Your body is the shell of your consciousness, which is consciously, willfully designed, created, developed. This science, this truth, now what I expressed, forms a base of Indian medication traditions, Indian medicinal systems, Siddha, Ayurveda, all Indian medicinal systems. This truth is base for our dressing systems, the way we dress. This system, this truth is base for the whole Samudriga Lakshana. Means by studying the physical image, the measurements, the mental setup is studied. The revelations about the mental setup is understood. The truths about the mental setup is revealed. Please understand. This theory forms the base of yoga. For example, Samudriga Lakshana says, the face, see this size they keep it as, they call as one unit. The edge of this ear edge and this edge, this they call it as one unit. It is supposed to be this size. This I am giving you the exact signs of Samudriga. If you put your hand like this, the distance between this tip and this tip, the thumb and the little finger, this is called one unit. And the distance between the two ear tips is supposed to be one unit. If you measure it with a straight line, this is supposed to be one unit. And the distance between this edge and this edge should be 3 units. And the distance between the hip, the lowest point, should be again 1 unit. Now we may laugh. Our Samudriga describes, the tradition describes, if this is as per the measurement, what will be the personality? If this comes down or goes up, what will be the personality? The cross section of your body, the belly button to the back should never be more than 1 unit. Then death is waiting. No, see, I am not only talking about the belly button, it means the optimum space. From this to that should not be more than 1 unit. Of course, it cannot be more than then it is too much. So how a size should be, they are describing very clearly. If this shoulder to shoulder is less than 2.5 unit, the person will never be able to have larger understandings. The broad mind, he cannot see his whole life in a larger picture. He will be too silly, just making decisions out of small things, flaring up, not having a clear, larger vision about the purpose of life, mission of life. I have seen, please understand, our masters are not liars. They have done amazing research on the science of how body is willfully designed, developed and created, expressed by your consciousness, by every thought and action you are creating in your system. When you have certain thoughts continuously, that directly works on your system. When you have certain thoughts continuously but you don't act upon it, that also works on your system. When you have certain thoughts and continuously suppress it, that also works on your system. And another one thing, the way you have the body does not mean you are cursed once for all. No. You can alter. By altering the body's dimension, altering the abilities of the mind is yoga. Please understand. By altering mind, altering the body is Vedanta. By altering the body, altering the mind is yoga. By analyzing the structure of the mind, by analyzing the structure of the body, understanding the mind is Samudrika Lakshana. Here Patanjali talks about the great science of Samudrika Lakshana. If you alter your body, I tell you, if you alter your body, major samskaras of your system can be completely uprooted. Major samskaras can be uprooted. Your body is a shell consciously created by your will. With this understanding, constantly work on it. Do not leave blind spots in your body. Blind spots means unattended spots. For the people who have a huge belly, means you are unattended that spot for last few years. When it has started growing, what were you doing? It was after all growing around you. Not that it grew somewhere and they brought it and assembled it on you. No. Blind spot. And after growing, many parts of your own body you can't see. I am giving you one example. The essence of this sutra is one of the greatest discovery of the Indian tradition. Body is not just biomechanism, it is a living entity which is created by independent intelligence. Just like how our websites are designed, the color, how it should look, and the photographs, everything how it is designed. Same way, you sit and design skin color, the hair, its size, and the length of the hand. Everything, please understand, everything you sit and design. You have multiple choices in front of you. You sit and design. Every morning, 21 minutes. See, that is that one cycle of you waking up. When you remember you are alive, you are awake about this world, few minutes after that and few minutes before that, I can say 5 minutes after you waking up and 16 minutes before you waking up. That 21 minute plays a major role in every day designing of your body. Every day you design your body. Understand? Every day you design your body. It is not that just once in a year on your birthday you design your body. No. Every day it changes. That is why I say, the moment you wake up, jump out of the bed. Every day you design your body. You design how you should look, how you should feel, how you should feel about you, how others should feel about you. But unfortunately, this whole process goes on unconsciously. So two things you need to understand through this sutra. One, learning little bit of studying the body structure and mental setup. You don't even need to refer Samudriga Lakshana. No. You don't even need to refer those books. No need. Take 4 persons major influence on your life. Pick up some 4 people who have major influence over your life. Maybe your spouse, or kids, your guru. Some 4 people. Pick up those 4 and try to study their body structure and mental setup. Of course, you cannot study my mental setup because I don't have mind. You may have some mentor in your life. You can never study a guru's mental setup because he doesn't have mind. That is where the whole problem comes. You try to impose your anger on him and wanted to see that he is angry, violent towards you. But suddenly, when your mind melts down, you know he is not angry, he is not violent. See, at least if you can confirm he is angry to me, you can make a decision in your life and move on. But you can't come to that decision also. And same way, your violence does not allow you to feel that he is intensely compassionate to you. That also your mind will not allow you to feel. You are neither, your mind will allow you to feel he is your friend and compassionate, Nor your mind will allow you to feel he is your enemy, he is angry with you. Because you will not find any symptoms of anger or enmity in him. I want to tell you, whether show of my anger or show of my greed, it is just a tool for me. Like when I heal, how I use the healing stick. A normal man who doesn't understand that I heal, if he sees me with a trishul, when he comes near me and says, I have a chest problem, chest pain, Swami, I just pick up a trishul. What will happen? What he will think? Oh God, what is he doing? He's picking up trishul. But only I know, I'm going to heal him. Understand? My anger is trishul for healing, not for killing. But this funny mind goes on playing. And another worst thing is, at least if your mind can confirm, no, he is going to kill me, he is my enemy, then at least you will be free and carry on in your life. That also will not happen. Because the underlying energy in your inner space, which designs your body, is intelligent enough to catch the underlying current of the master's energy which designs his body. Understand? You will never be able to find studying my body, my mental setup. But the energy of your underlying consciousness which designs your body will catch by its own intuition as a smell. It will catch, no, he is not my enemy. He is not violent. That is why the love-hate relationship with master goes on till you get enlightened. This is the best word to define the guru-disciple relationship. That is why the Upanishad starts saying, Sahana vavatu sahanau bhunaktu. Let us not hurt each other, let us be friendly. Why should a rishi, an enlightened guru, should sit with the disciple and start, let us not hate each other, let us not hurt each other. See, if a disciple says, let you not hurt me, it is understood logically, because he is supposed to be the lower rung. But the master starts, let us not hate each other, let us not hurt each other, let us be friendly to each other. Because he knows during the process how you are going to use me sometime as a deity, sometime as effigy. When you are evolving, see, the process of evolution has two angles. One, your negativity getting cleaned, another one, positivity getting increased. When your positivity is getting increased, the friendliness you feel within you about you and others, you will feel, I am a deity. Wow, he is God. When the negativity is getting cleaned, when the acid wash is happening in you, you will feel, oh, he is violent, he is a effigy, he should be burnt. Whether you feel me as a deity or effigy depends on the process you are going through, but in both you are evolving. That is why I say, even while you feel me as effigy, don't run away or don't try to burn. Wait, have patience. If you run away, you will miss. If you try to burn, you will try to make thousands miss me. I will not let that happen, don't worry. So it's an important truth. Decide to study 4 people, their body structure and their mental setup. You will have many revelations in you. Have this as a base and expand your analysis to some 10 people. Understand? Create some basic laws. And one more thing, the basic laws which you create will not match with the basic laws your next person creates. That is why Patanjali says you need to do samyama. There is another one science in Siddha tradition called Vasiyoga. Means the Siddha will be sitting in one place, observing the breath, which nostril, what speed, which direction it is going. And when somebody comes to him for any healing or any prediction, just by the way his breathing changes by his presence in his breathing space, he will predict whether he is going to be successful or losing, whether he is going to be healed or not. It's called Vasiyoga. The moment you wanted to talk to me, I will know whether you are going to listen to me or not. I was being initiated into this Vasiyoga by a great Siddha, Narayana Swami. His name was Narayana Swami. This time when I went and saw the place where he used to sit. In a small Ganesha temple he will sit. A very powerful Siddha. He is the disciple of Paramahamsa Shivananda, who was in Kerala. Not the Shivananda Paramahamsa who was in Rishikesh. Not Rishikesh Shivananda Swami. In Kerala we had a Paramahamsa Shivananda, Shivananda Paramahamsa, a great Paramahamsa. He is a direct disciple of Shivananda Paramahamsa. Very powerful Siddha. He was teaching me some of the basic rules. Then he said, now I am sitting, one person came to him for healing of the anal cancer, means continuous bleeding. Then immediately he looked at him and said, you will become all right. And he gave, the skin of the onion, peeled onion. See, next to the temple where he was sitting, there was an onion shop, village onion shop. You know how in the villages they will put the vegetable shop. On the road itself they will spread the gunny bag and heap all the vegetables and sell. There was an onion shop. And the onion skins were peeled and they were lying down in one corner. He just collected that and pressed his hand and gave it to him and said, make a small pillow with this and sit on it. You will be healed. And really in 3 months he got healed. That guy got healed. Anyhow, he was teaching me and he had a unique small instrument, tool. He will give me. It's made out of a cotton. And when he sees the patients, I have to sit behind him and study the breathing, how it changes. So that is the way he will teach me. So one day I was studying, especially this patient. So the rule written in the book, there is a beautiful book called Periyanyana Kovai. It's a essence of the Vasi Yoga knowledge from the Siddha tradition. So the rule written in that book and the experience of him was not matching. See, that rule says if the nadi changes to certain level, the person will be healed. But in him, the nadi was changing completely opposite, but he is telling that person will be healed. Then I asked him, how is it? He said, the understanding only can be picked up. The rule has to be studied by your individual body. That is what is called samyama. He says, you need to sit and see 10 patients and develop your own formula. That is why I am saying, you need to sit, study 4 people in your life who are closest to you, their body structure and mental structure. You will come up with your own formula. With that formula, study 10 more people who are close to you. Then you will develop the secondary formulas. By the time you develop secondary formulas, you will have the tremendous understanding about your own body and mental setup. Please understand. This samyama will do 2 jobs. 1, understanding about others who come to you, whom you see every day, their body and mental structure. Second, understanding about your own body and mental structure. If you know your own mental structure, you can avoid thousands of sufferings. You can avoid thousands of unnecessary sufferings. I tell you, just if you understand one truth. The other day, one of my brahmachari, to him I always used to tell, you project your father on me and suffer. But it was only an intellectual idea. He went and did some program. In that program, it has become experience. After that, I can see, just understanding of that one truth, he came out of that suffering. It is not there anymore. So whenever that suffering comes, he knows this mental setup is reason for it. This mental setup is culprit. Understanding about mental setup makes that setup as object. And you get the experience of seeing it objectively. It is no more a subject, part of you. You do not attribute the suffering created by that mental setup on you. You don't take it up. You do not attribute that suffering on your own inner space. You don't attribute it that on you. You know, this suffering is by mental setup, not by me. So I cannot take that up on me. I am not responsible. I should not attribute that suffering to me. No. I am different. The suffering mental setup is different. Studying doing samyama on the sutra will help you to develop amazing, purpose fulfilling relationships. Understand? Learn to further the relationships which fulfills your purpose, and learn to curtail the relationships which bring suffering. That knowledge, that understanding will happen to you If you do samyama on the sutra, how to do samyama on the sutra? I have given you the technique now. Sit. First pick up 4 people who are close to you in your life. Study, don't show to them, you sit and study their body structure. Broad shoulder or no, narrow or medium. Like this, every dimension, every understanding, height, tall or short, medium. With your own understanding, their characters and their body structure. In these 4, when you study, you will find the common theme and formula. With that, try to study the secondary 10 more people who are close to you next level. By the time you study this first level, primary and secondary, you will develop your own understanding. With that, anybody comes in your breathing space, you know whether to further your relationship with that person or maintain a distance. Understand? Life is all about furthering the relationships which will fulfill your mission, your purpose, and maintaining a distance from people who will not be helping your mission. I can give you a clear understanding with this one technique. You will have a clear understanding with this one technique. Try. Not only this will lead finally to the understanding of your relationships, it will lead to the understanding of your own body and your own mental structure, which will lead to enlightenment, which will avoid sufferings. See, the form and the energy are very closely related. Just now I remembered, all the places now I connected, our Indian temples and the US temples, I am surprised. There is a unique energy connection. See, I said Los Angeles is representing Arunachala. Arunachala is fire. Los Angeles is continuously suffering with fire. Now that will be stopped. See, Los Angeles has some wounded fire energy. That is why the forest fire is the biggest problem of California. Now this fire energy will heal it. And Phoenix, earth energy, desert. Kanchipuram. And Ohio, river energy. Prayag. Of course, Seattle, sky. Chidambaram is the sky energy. Seattle is the sky energy. That's why sky is constantly showering. Sky is alive in Seattle. In 5 minutes it will be open, bright, clean. In 5 minutes it will be showering. It's a sky energy. Each temple I can see, oh God, there is some connection. Houston will be air energy, Kailasa. Too many cyclones. We will put Kailasa Ishvara in Houston and stop all the natural calamities by the air. We'll connect each temple with each energy. We only need now water energy. We'll come up with a place where the too much of suffering is happening because of water, and install Jambugeshwara. Jalagandeshwara, and stop that also, heal that. The place where too much of flood is happening. We will see. In Panchabhuta Kshetras we created already Arunachala, Chidambaram, Kanchi, now Houston will be Kalahasti, and we need to create the Jambuheshwara, Jalahandeshwara. Place and energy connects. Body and consciousness connects. They are connected to each other, related to each other. So study this sutra, do samyama on this sutra. It will help immensely your day-to-day life for developing the relationships and your immense understanding about your own body and mind. See, once you know your body and the mental structures, you know how to alter it and alter the mental structure. It can free from many of the mental structural sufferings you are carrying and liberate you and lead you to enlightenment. So I bless all of you who are sitting with us at this moment in 687 locations in 222 cities in 29 countries. I bless you all to achieve, live, experience, express, radiate, and share the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva Deva, Mahadeva Deva.
Yes, we are now moving on to the 28th of February 2012. In this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave the meaning of karma and how to be free from action and inaction. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that action means opening new possibilities in you. Taking risks with courage and confidence is living life on the edge. It opens up new challenges and new possibilities in you. When you push yourself beyond your known limits, the juice of life oozes in your being. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared that this is the life worth living, one that constantly keeps you on your toes and keeps you intensely interested in living. So here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is beautifully expanding on how to live life in the most authentic way without having any inhibitions and living life with complete authenticity. Let us now see the beautiful happenings of the day of the 28th of February 2012.
Nithyanandam, this is Mark and welcome to NTV News from Jnanapeetham Ashram in Bidadi. It's Tuesday, February 28, 2012. The headlines. In today's Bhagavad Gita discourse, Swamiji spoke on chapter 4, verse 17, Play your game on the edge, and news from Bidadi Ashram, programming news, and international news in all around the ashrams. And now for the main news. 1,104 places, including 19 two-way connections from 254 different cities across 23 countries worldwide, connected through NTV this morning to partake in Swamiji's morning message from the Raj Sabha at Bidadi Ashram. During the morning message, Swamiji spoke on the topic, Play Your Game on the Edge, from chapter 4, verse 17. Swamiji describes the indescribable. In verse 17, Sri Krishna tells us that the true meaning of action is indescribable. Swamiji gives us that understanding.
Here Bhagavan comes to the science of intense action. Constantly, intensely, continuously taking new challenges and new possibilities is what I define as action. Please understand. I am defining action. Action means opening new possibilities in you, opening new challenges in you. Very beautifully Osho says, don't travel in the same path second time. It's a Taoist saying, even if it is a wrong path, travel in a new path. Even if it is the right path, don't go second time in the same path. A little extreme. Life, the juice of life constantly oozes in your being. The nectar, amrita, constantly oozes out of your being. Only if you explore the new possibilities. I will define living human being. Living human being should be a person, wake up like a flower, with all courage and strength and confidence to explore the new leaf of life. Explore and intensely, explore so intensely. Take such strong risks. By night you should wither away. Fall asleep. Next day morning again, wake up. In the night, if you are not withering away, you have not used all your confidence. You have not used all your courage. By night, you should wither away. Means taking all extreme decisions, steps, living in utter insecurity is enlightenment. I tell you, living in utter insecurity is living enlightenment. If humanity is little more evolved, if humanity can tolerate me without organization, means if humanity can receive me without organization, unfortunately, only in organized way, I am able to deliver my message to humanity. So I have to put up with organization. If humanity is matured enough to receive me without organization, like how Buddha's time, Shankara's time, humanity was ready to receive, listen. If that possibility is there, I will not be sitting in one place with so much of security. I'll walk from street to street, live in utter insecurity, show the power of enlightenment to people. Action means morning waking up with a full, fresh life. By night, all the decisions you take, the risks you take, the confidence you exhaust, should exhaust your whole life. You should wither away and fall like a flower. That night, you should become manure, support for the plant. Next day morning again, new flower happens. This is what exactly is life. This is what exactly is living. This is what exactly is action.
The Nitya Kriya from Swamiji today was care for nephrotic syndrome or kidney problems. News from Bididi Ashram. Don't miss your chance to sponsor the Sri Vidya Oma every day for the next week to remove all negativity and receive a blank check from Mother Devi during this year's Raja Rajeshwari Brahmotsava. The 10 days end March 8th. Go to nityananda.org for a complete schedule and to find out how you can benefit directly each day from the festival dedicated to the divine feminine energy. Swamiji said we will see the power of Devi expressing in all our centers and ashrams, including Kumkum and Vibhuti, continuously materializing from his padakas as well as from the hands of devotees.
इति सर्वदेशरी मुद्रायां प्रदर्शये अष्टमावरणं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदाचक्राय स्वाहा यां कामेश्वरी कामेश्वर धनुर्भ्यां स्वाहा धनुष्शक्ति श्रीपादकां पूजयामि तर्पयामि स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं अग्रमध्यस्थायै नमो नमः स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं हिमाचलमहावंशपावनाय स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं शंकरार्तांग सौंदर्य शरीराय नमो नमः स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं लसन्मरहत स्वच्छ विग्रहाय स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महादिशय सौंदर्य लाभ ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं नित्य यौवन मांगल्य मंगलाय स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महादेव महायुक्त महादेवी स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं चतुर्विंशतितत्वैक स्वरूपाय स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं नित्यानंदेश्वर्यै 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 स्वाहा नित्यानंदेश्वर्यै स्वाहा ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं 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 नित्यानंदेश्वर्यै ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम नित्यानंदेश्वर्यै स्वाहा ओम शांति 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 ओम सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणत्रये गुणमये नारायणी नमोस्तुते शरणागतदीनार्तपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वशक्तिहरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते ओम कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो बुद्धिः प्रचोदयात् हरार्तिकं समर्पयामि श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः சமைத்திருக்காங்க இதை எடுத்து வச்சுக்கோங்க வேறு இல்லையா
Nithyananda. I'm Atma Niranjani. I'm originally from Hyderabad, settled in California, San Jose, California. I have come here in November. I have come along with my husband to volunteer during the IA of November, December. Stayed back and volunteered for the next IA. And I'm back again now. This time I'm relearning how to make the presentation for the teachers training for their BP. And as I'm doing that, I'm realizing how much more I'm learning about myself. I wish each one of you out there do come, volunteer first for IA. Volunteering for IA, I feel, is most like a practical aspect of what Swami has done during IA. That's one of the things that I've learned about volunteering during IA. Also about the teachers training program. It teaches us about our own selves each time that we go through the material. So we shouldn't take it for granted, just come. And doing it here makes all the difference. I was trying to study outside in my relatives' places. It was not the same. It's not the same at all. I have taken 2 of the inner awakenings, but one of them was part of the 3-month program LBE. So whatever processes Swami has done, whatever knowledge that he has given on inner awakening, as I was volunteering during the IA, I felt that I was living those processes, that knowledge. So that's the difference I felt doing the volunteering here.
As a volunteer, you were getting some of the benefits of the Inner Awakening program itself?
Not some of the benefits, I think most of them. Most of them, yes. So I volunteered for 3 Inner Awakenings. One in April, May of 2011, then November, December, and then Jan and the Jan February one also I did. I have done my teacher training, the first teacher training in 2011 June, and I was not able to present it right, so I'm insisting on presenting it now before I leave for San Jose again. And when I'm reading on that, this is how I'm feeling that it is there are that inner knots that we have. I'm able to find those knots again, and some more deeper again, and some more of them again. So it's my own growth each time I read that material. Just now I was sitting under the banyan tree studying, and then one of the participants came, and then we chatted, and then I realized that I learned a lot from her as I was sharing my experiences. So it's not just US. Living here, coming across the other Sangha members, other people, I'm able to live what Swami is teaching. They don't even need to think that they need to have a spiritual bent of mind. They just need to be there with him, and he will show the way. For the Ananda Yogam, I have a son who is in San Jose, and he has been invited along with his fiancée to come and attend after the marriage, and I'm one of the happiest of the persons that Swami has invited them, and that they are going to come and be here for the next 1 year. So I would suggest all the youth out there to come and reap that benefit, and then you can go out and then live whichever way you feel like.
Programming news. And you can now review Swamiji's most recent daily discourses by tuning into NTV. The daily morning satsangs will also be uploaded for free viewing to YouTube the same day. Find yourself entangled with NTV satsang replays immediately following evening yoga at 11:30 p.m. India Standard Time. Disentangle your thoughts, fears, and emotions by relaxing into restful awareness through Upanishad with the Avatar. Since the conclusion of the most recent Inner Awakening program, Nitya Yoga and Fitness Mornings will once again occupy the live streaming spot from 4:45 a.m. to 6:10 a.m. Please bring your yoga mat and join us. The NSP program is available online March 1st to 4th, 2012. Log on to nithyananda.org.
Yes. So entering now into the year 2013, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, presided over the temple flag hoisting, the presidential address, the Tamil Lunar Awakening, and the Sarva Darshan. This Hindu tradition of the Guru giving darshan, attending tirelessly to each and every individual attending the convention, is called Sarva Darshan. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave that Sarva Darshan to all the delegates and bestowed upon them the blessings and healing they needed. Let us now listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanding on the various truths in this presidential address. The powers of responsibility.
सम्बन्धमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis sitting with us around the world at this moment in 482 places through Nithyananda TV, 31 places two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha, 36 places two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha, in 241 cities and 24 countries around the world as per the statistics. Cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha are San Jose Madurai, Alvarpet Chennai, Malaysia Palani, Toronto Kailasam, Oklahoma Somanatham, Madrid Spain, Guadalupe Rameshwaram, Seattle Chidambaram, Ohio Prayag, Sharjah, Tiruvannamalai, Los Angeles Arunachalam, Adayar Chennai, Hyderabad Bhagyanagaram, Bangalore Nithyananda Vidyalaya, Black Diamond Canada, Hollywood Los Angeles, Oman Sivagangai, Priyankananda Malaysia, Hong Kong Sirgari, Hyderabad Sri, East London UK, Dubai Tirukovilur, Bangalore Nithyananda Vidyalaya, and New York Varanasi, Vancouver Puri, Singapore Singapuram, Charlotte Srisailam, Devon UK, Austin, Vancouver Puri, Bangalore Marattahalli, Bangalore North, Paris France, Dakota Dunes, Chicago Srirangam, and Port Washington, New York. That's it. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. I request all the two-way video conferencing cities, please put the name in your camera, in your screen webcam itself. How to do it? You would have received an email. Still there are some cities not done. Black Diamond Canada, you have not done. Toronto Kailasam, they have not done properly. Toronto Kailasam also did not do properly. And Sharjah, you have not done. Guadalupe Rameshwaram has not done.
Madrid, Spain has not done. Dubai, Tirukkovilur, you did not do. And Chicago, Srirangam has not done. Austin has not done. Devon, UK has not done. Charlotte, Srisalem has not done. New York, Varanasi has not done. Dakota Dunes has not done. Port Washington, New York has not done. Hyderabad, Sri is not done. Tomorrow I will not read out your name if you have not done. Understand? And I also wanted to change some of the names, spiritual names and names of the cities. Tiruvannamalai will be called as Nithyananda Nagar Tiruvannamalai. And Hyderabad Bahyanagaram will be called as Nithyananda Nagar Hyderabad. And some more city names I'll be changing. After they do the collective responsibility meeting, Jyotia Asnani, Dubai, I accepted your Pada Puja. I'll talk to you during Dayal Avatar and bless you. And today, 4th batch, Di Samyama, 12th day, 15th Inner Awakening, 12th Ingenious, 12th day. Wow, Tiruvannamalai has changed it immediately. Nithyananda Nagar Tiruvannamalai. Great. And today, an important happening. We are accepting Charlotte Srisalem as a temple officially by giving Meru and Ambal. Ma Chirantana. Brahmanebhyah subhamastu nityam lokas samastas sukhino bhavantu kale varshadu varjanyah prithvi shasya shalini deshoyam shobharahitah brahmanas santu nirbhayah. Blessings. Charlotte will have a huge temple and our university. Temple and university. Blessings. A Charlotte blessings. Blessings. Help us. Great. From today morning, somehow I am feeling that new energy is happening. From today morning, I don't know, even the celebration, we had a small celebration, a flag hoisting. From today morning, somehow I am feeling kind of a new energy is happening. We are entering into a new positive phase of the Sangha. Great. And today, by raising the Nityotsava flag, eternal celebration flag, Nityotsava Dvajarohana, we also begin the celebrations officially for Mahashivaratri. Officially, the Mahashivaratri celebration is beginning. This time, Mahashivaratri, Tattva, we are going to live as Satya, is Swatesho Bhuvanatrayam. Listen. Mata cha Parvati Devi, Pita Devo Maheshwaraha, Bandava Shivabhaktascha Swatesho Bhuvanatrayam. Mother is Parvati, father is Shiva, relatives are the devotees of Shiva, and all the three worlds is our own country. So the concept is Swadesho Bhuvanatrayam, means centers all over the world should take this beautiful occasion of Mahashivaratri to invite and welcome and enrich all donors who had contributed to our Sangha, even if they had bought one book, one mala, one bracelet. They are donors. Listen. They are donors. I think more than a word, Swadesho Bhuvanatrayam, the word Bandava Shivabhaktascha will match. Bandava Shivabhaktascha will be the Tattva for the Shivaratri. Okay? Bandava Shivabhaktascha means all Shiva's devotees are our friends and relatives. So, this Shivaratri is to enrich people, calling all of them, inviting all of them, and celebrating and enriching all of them with the great prasada of four tattvas. With the great prasada of four tattvas. Next, I have a message from Seattle. I'll read out that and reply to them. They asked, it's a very beautiful question. Seattle is asking, Swami's Guruvak was that we enrich 100,000 lives with the four tattvas. He also said, excited hard work is Guruvak for you guys. We are really excited and we have started our enriching 100,000 lives with the four tattvas. One question that came up is how to make it measurable. With Swami's approval and blessings, we would like to enrich lives through the website dedicated for the four tattvas. If Swami thinks this is a good idea, we commit with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching others and ourselves to build this website. Listen. Now I wanted to make it very clear. Whatever I am giving is a spiritual instruction. First thing all of you need to know, because legally I am not the member of Seattle Sangha, but as a spiritual guide, I can give a spiritual instruction. Listen. Seattle Sangha, listen. I am very happy that you wanted to create a website for 4 tattvas. You are asking the question how to make it measurable. If all 100,000 come and attend inner awakening and get initiated, that is the measurable way. Please understand. Any number who come here, get initiated into those 4 tattvas and start living it. That is the measurability. Mukta, clear? Swati, clear? Yes. So please understand, that is measurability. So all of you guys getting it? Mukta getting it? That is what is real, making impossible into possible. Okay? All right. See, only if 100,000 people come to inner awakening and make these tattvas as part of their life. A video is, what happened? It's working? Then project the Seattle. Only if 100,000 lives are enriched through inner awakening, they start living these tattvas, only then the energy which is needed to create a Nithyananda city will happen. And only then Nithyananda city is useful. Understand? We don't want dead cities. Understand? There are many dead cities. We don't want dead cities. We want living cities. If Nithyananda Nagar, Nithyananda city in Seattle, if it has to be alive city, people just need to live these tattvas. At least 100,000 people should be living these tattvas. Only then it will be alive city. Okay? So, Medamayi, Archana Gurung, Swati, Mukta, all you guys are understanding? Yes. So, it's beautiful. You guys have given a detailed plan. The website is great. Go ahead and do it. The site has definitions of 4 tattvas. The website enriches lives by giving life solutions based on these 4 tattvas. Example, if people face some problem at work, how to handle it using this truth, great, go ahead. You are on right direction. Blessings. How to handle raising children based on these truths, great, go ahead. The website links to morning satsangs on the 4 tattvas and also add LBP videos which talk about chakras, emotions based on these 4 tattvas. Great, go ahead. Project, man. So it's beautiful. Go ahead. You guys were already taking up a project called Guaranteed Solutions. Na? You can now do all that 108 meditations, whatever you took it up in the 2012 project. You can now connect all that along with this website itself. How will you name the website? You have to give a very beautiful name, the highly searched keyword. Keyword is our language, official language. So, blessings. And they are asking, we will also request Swamiji to provide deeper understanding of other concepts based on these 4 tattvas so that we can add them to this website.
How does love for oneself, love for their own highest potential, love for what's around us, love of life, love of God, love for others relate to these four tattvas? Great. I'll go on be speaking. You just put all these questions, I'll go on speaking. Enrich lives by inviting the world to share their experiences and how they tackle their problems with these four tattvas and add them to the website. This website can be a collective responsibility of people around the world. Great, yes. I declare this website is the collective responsibility of the Nithyananda Sangha. Sure. We will start this website and invite the world to enhance it. Blessings. Go ahead. When we go out to enrich people, we will link to this website. Yes, right. That's beautiful. Right. You are right. Let this website talk only about four tattvas as a first priority. Let even founder be the second priority. Understand? So, first priority is just these four tattvas. That's great. So even if we have ads on buses or on flyers, the number of unique visitors to this site will give us some measure of enrichment. You are right. But when I say enriching, I mean they should be coming, attending the inner awakening, directly getting initiated. That is the number. So when I said 100,000, I meant that. Yes. Beyond that, the number of people who come to us as volunteers for programs to learn further, and I8 will tell us how we are enriching people beyond the website. Yes, you are right. Blessings. Great. Blessings. Oh. Chet Harvey, blessings for you also. I was trying to recollect your name. Blessings. I was just trying to recollect your name. Blessings. I am with you also. So, great. So, question. Go to the message. Great. My blessings for all you guys. So understand the principle? You understood? Great. Mukta, done? Done. Yes. Great. Next. This is from one of my favorite daughters, Supriya. That's why I gave her the name favorite. Supriya means actually my own favorite. So this is the message from her. It's beautiful. I'll read out an answer. To create a core group of volunteers to actively participating in enriching our university. Yes. Please understand. This idea of university we have started, we are working, but still we need to put more energy into it to make it alive. Before that, I have a beautiful announcement for you guys.
श्रीरङ्गेश मनोहरी कल्याणकारी कलुषारी नमस्तेस्तु सुधाझरी श्रीरङ्गरङ्गनाथनिन् पादवन्दनं सेय्यडी श्रीदेवी रङ्गनायकी नामं सङ्गदं सोल्लडी श्रीरङ्ग பாசுரம் பாடடி ஸ்ரீரங்க ரங்கநாதனின் பாதம் வந்தனம் செய்யடி ஸ்ரீதேவி ரங்கநாயகி நாமம் சந்ததம் சொல்லடி கொள்ளிடம் நீர் மீது நர்த்தனம் ஆடும் மெல்லிய பூங்காற்று மந்திரம் பாடும் சிங்கனி மேலாடும் மாமரம் யாவும் ரங்கனின் பேர் சொல்லி சாமரம் வீசும் அந்நாளில் சோழ மன்னர்கள் ஆக்கி வைத்தனர் ஆலயம் அம்மாடி என்ன சொல்வேன் கோயில் கோபுரம் ஆயிரம் தேனாக நெஞ்சை அள்ளுமே தெய்வ பூந்தமிழ் பாயிரம் ஸ்ரீரங்க ரங்கநாதனின் பாதம் வந்தனம் செய்யடி ஸ்ரீதேவி ரங்கநாயகி நாமம் சந்ததம் गंगा शंकाश कावेरी श्रीरंगेश मनोहरी कल्याणकारी कलुषारी नमस्तेस्तु सुधाझरी ஸ்ரீரங்க ரங்கநாதனின் பாதம் வந்தனம் செய்யடி ஸ்ரீதேவி ரங்கநாயகி நாமம் சந்ததம் சொல்லடி ஸ்ரீரங்க ரங்கநாதனின் பாதம் வந்தனம் செய்யடி ஸ்ரீதேவி ரங்கநாயகி நாமம் சந்ததம் சொல்லடி இன்பம் பொங்கும் தென்கங்கை நீராடி மஞ்சள் குங்குமம் மங்கை நீ சூடி
I'll continue to read out this message and then answer. Please understand. We need to put more of our energy into this university project to make it alive and useful to people. We have to enrich the world through this university. Yes. When we start our work, automatically everything comes.
பாடடி மஞ்சள் குங்குமம் மங்கை நீ சூடி தெய்வ பாசுரம் பாடடி ஸ்ரீரங்க ரங்கநாதனின் பாதம் வந்தனம் செய்யடி
I'll complete this and then tell you guys that. See, just like 2012 project, we had a dedicated devotees group doing it. I wanted to create now 2013 project, dedicated devotees group who will work on all these projects, mainly university project. Mainly university project. This year, this group of devotees should work on university project, which I myself personally guiding. Please listen. We should have a dedicated group of devotees. Whoever want to volunteer, you can sign up after I completely describe in many languages to give everyday Swamiji's morning satsang as university syllabus including pictures, assignments by the end of the day, coming with a title based on life solutions. So we'll be prepared with syllabus to launch our university in all countries by next year. And after all, we are an educating organization. So our organization is the definition, the most appropriate definition for our organization will be religious university. That will be the best appropriate definition. Non-profit religious university. So now as per each country's law, you can define. In India, we are a different trust. Religious services are done in separate trust and the educating part is done in a separate trust. So in each country, as per their law, you can mold it. Basically, we are a non-profit religious university having multiple programs, classes, education happening. So we should organize, we need devotees, volunteers to put this whole thing in an organized way and encouraging our devotees to do PhD on these tattvas. Yes, every program will have a clear certification and the title. If you have completed healer's initiation, HR can be the title for you. And same way, if you have completed teacher's training, the TR will be the title for you. And if you have completed Pujacharya training, PR will be the title for you. And same way, if you have completed Yogacharya training, you will have the title YTR. We will have clear title and certifications designed, developed. Vice Chancellor will be leading. Vice Chancellor Manishananda will be leading this project. Mamanisha, you are catching it? Including inner awakening, LBP level 1, level 2, everything should become a certification program. And even the satsangs should be the semester. And I also encourage our devotees to do PhD on these 4 tattvas through our university. And like many of my unique contributions are there, kriyas, many specializations, meditation, many are there, so that people start learning and we start enriching people with their lives. And 2012 project, we can have a separate, just like 2012 project, I wanted to have a dedicated separate group for this 1 year. I call this as 2013 University Project. 2013 University Project. We should start preparing syllabus, everything beautifully. We should have 5 levels of syllabus. Syllabus for the age 0 to 7 and 7 to physical maturity, and after physical maturity to 21 and 21 to death, and separately specialization. Listen, 0 to 7, no, we can, 0 to physical maturity, that should be 1. Physical maturity to 21, that should be 2nd. 21 to till death, that should be 3rd. The 4th will be specialization, like becoming yoga teacher, becoming sannyasi, becoming healer, the specialized courses, special courses. Fifth one will be PhD, separate PhDs. So we should start developing syllabuses. 0 to physical maturity, Madhvait, you will take the responsibility. And physical maturity to 21, who will take the responsibility? Youth, Atma and Bhairavika and Supriya. All three of you guys will take the responsibility. And 21 to till death, Mamanisha, you will take the responsibility. And no, it is needed. It is needed. And then Guru Smarana. First, you complete all your inauthenticities. You should not have taken a kavi with so many incompletions. First, complete all that and do prayaschitta for all that. Only then I can include you into anything. You have to complete all that, and doing prayaschitta for all that has to be done. So now, and then this specialization courses we will design. Okay. And then PhD. I think all the three you have to manage. Yes. So, Seattle Chidambaram, you guys can also contribute material and take material from this. Lot of things will be almost similar. You understand? Whatever material you create will be many way useful for every one of them. Common pool, the think tank, common think tank and collegium. Use right words. Nithyananda.
Yes, we are now moving on to the 28th of February 2015. On this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continued with the Upanishad series, Living Advaita. Anejadekam manasojadiyo nainad deva apnuvan purvamarshate tadhavato nanyate tishtat tashmin napo matarishva nadati. The Ishavasya Upanishad, verse 4. In this profound delivery of the Isha Upanishad, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expressed the deeper meanings of the sutra to all Kailasa delegates, diplomats, and disciples. He shared that Matarishva is the life energy that moves and expands itself, supporting all of life's activities. This life energy never dies. Our immortality only moves and expands itself, having no death. Contemplating that which is unborn and is never going to die in us will lead us to the truth. So here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is expanding on the Ishavasya Upanishad. And if you want to hear more of those satsangs on the Upanishads, you can log on to the official YouTube channel of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, which is Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda.
Entering now into the year 2016, on this day, the presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, enriched the Tamil community of India with a powerful convention for building healthy and beautiful relationships in all dimensions of their life. This day's presidential address to Nithyananda Satsang on end relationships in Tamil convention, the completion process initiation followed by the Shakti Pada energy, the darshan, all that were conducted by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on this very day in Adi Kailasa, Bengaluru, India.
We are now entering into the 28th of February 2017. On this day's presidential address during the Inner Awakening Convention, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained the concepts of inner image, the idea we have about us, outer image, the idea we project about us to others, others' image, what others expect from us, and life image is what idea we carry about life and others. Later in the day, the participants also had an energy darshan. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spoke with Kailasa delegates of the Inner Awakening program and revealed the genesis of identity. There is a gap between our inner image and how we project ourselves externally, and between this and the way others hold us. The same gap exists between our life image, world image, and how things really are. This is because incompletions are running our life. By identifying and completing with our negative patterns, we can let go of the inauthentic images and bridge those gaps. So here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is expanding on the four images and how we can complete with our four images.
Entering now into the year 2018, on this day's presidential address during the Inner Awakening Convention, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, celebrated the day 9 of the Raja Rajeshwari Brahmotsavam. As always, streamed live on Nithyananda TV to Kailasa's embassies, delegates, diplomats, and disciples all across the globe.
We are now entering into the 28th of February 2019. On this day's presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded the cosmic principles of Pratiksha Pramana during the everyday life public talk, the Nithyananda Satsang. In this talk titled Creating 1008 Kailasas Around the World, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continued to expand on the physics, chemistry, and biology of the cosmos. He shared that if he doesn't revive Sanatana Hindu Dharma now, he doesn't think anything will be left at all. He made it clear that shrinking Bharat is extinction of Hinduism, which is happening at an alarming high speed and means the extinction of enlightenment science. He explained that Kailasa, our digital nation, is not just a website, but a digital nation, a spiritual enlightenment ecosystem that he is creating in the digital platform, in the digital space. He shared that he has already started the project of making 1008 Kailasas, where each Kailasa there will be few hundred people practicing living enlightenment by living powerful cognitions and creating and running a temple, adhinam, gurukul, goshala, and whatever else is needed.
In the year 2020, on this day's the presidential address by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he began first by acknowledging and celebrating the first day of the Raja Rajeshwari Brahmotsavam, and then began the real and other profound Nitya Satsang on the power of Tyaga. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on this day revealed that Tyaga is really only to raise our will persistence and quality of consciousness, not to deny any possibilities or greater happenings for us. He asked the Kailasa delegates, diplomats, and disciples to manifest Tyaga, not to deprive themselves of external or internal pleasures, joys, and experiences. Rather, manifesting Tyaga is to raise the quality of our existence so we may enjoy and celebrate the external and internal possibilities, powers, pleasures, and existence itself. He went on to say, with more Tyaga, more boons are showered on us in the internal and outer world. We become a more powerful being, more powers will manifest in us, and we will attract more powerful beings around us.
We are now moving on to the 28th of February 2021. On this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was conducting an astounding 22nd season of the highly acclaimed Paramashivoham Convention, the program that awakens one's Kundalini Shakti, third eye, and ignites them on a path to manifest various powers and manifestation abilities in their life. Before that day's alive satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism shared on his official Facebook page that karma is not what you committed or omitted. It is an unattended part of your inner space software, the blind spots of your inner software's functioning. So, with that, we come to the end of this beautiful segment of the glimpses of the glorious past. And let us now get ready for the darshan and the initiation of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa